Aloha kakahiaka. Good morning. Aloha Stadium Stars Television Sports presents Hawaii High School football. Today it is the Farrington Governors versus the Monarchs of Damien High. Yes, you heard me correctly. I said good morning, as for the first time since the mid-1970s when Aloha Stadium opened. We are going to be having a high school football kicking off a half hour shy of high noon. And with me this afternoon, or I should say this morning, at least for the next half hour or so, is Dominic Rivera. Dominic, as we kick off here, let's talk a little bit about Damien and Farrington.
Well, for Damien, the new head coach, Chris Biscio, has brought new excitement to this new team. They got a new offense, as you see there, to receive.
As a short high kick falls into the return man's hands, as bringing it back on the play was Aguinaldo, that is Daniel Chavez, the return man for the Monarchs, as the Monarchs will start out 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line. Talk a little bit about this new coach and the new system.
Well, Chris Biscio coming over from Pac-5, merging, being an assistant coach under Coach Spud Botello, and he's come here, brought the run-and-shoot offense to Damien, Al.
So 1st and 10 for the Monarchs. Opening pass downfield complete to Jared Chun, one of their outstanding returnees. Chun, a senior wide receiver, 6 feet, 155. This is his third season of play with the varsity.
And we're going to take a look at the first play on the line of scrimmage for Damien. There you see going right away to that new offense, passing right away down the sidelines to get their first completed pass and just short of first down.
So that brings up 2nd down, call it 2, ball at the 45 of the Monarchs. Damien opening march, opening their new season of the millennium. As the fumble and the ball on the carpet, and the Farrington player falls on it, and it will be Farrington football for the first time of the millennium for them.
Well, we talk about Damien's getting off to a good start, and on the second play fumbles the ball. As we'll take a look at the Mountain Dew replay, Al. So you take a look at Billy Sullivan here on exchange. Looked like he didn't get a real good hold of it. And it looks like it's number 72 for Farrington, Norman Tuilamoa, the 5'8", 245-pound junior, knocks the ball loose, and it's recovered, and Farrington's back on offense in good field position.
And Harold Tanaka's crew taking the field for the first time offensively. And the pass complete to the intended receiver on the play, Kalani Lautele. A wide receiver, goes about 5'9" and about 160 some odd pounds.
You got to give credit to the receiver there making the catch. Got a real good jolt by Ashton Saifoloy. You see the pass coming from Gilbert Sai, the quarterback.
So Sai on 2nd down and 8 from the Damien 41, I should say. Ball's loose on the carpet, and I believe they're going to call this an incomplete pass rather than a catch and a drop.
So you take a look as you see the huddle, the new logos on the helmets of Damien. Got the bold D on the helmets.
Not unlike the outfit similar to that of the Nittany Lions of Penn State, except minus the helmet stripe. Anyway, 3rd down now for the Governors. 8 yards to go from their own 41, and running attack plowing ahead on the play. And this is number 40 on the carry, and that is Michael Rabago.
Rabago, the 5'7", 190 senior, as we take a look at the all-sport replay here on 3rd down. Straight draw. Does a couple of spin moves, but just can't get away from that Damien defense. And a good way to hold, as Farrington will be forced to punt.
Governor's going to boot this away. Good high floating kick. This will come down out of bounds, though, well short of where they would like it. The referees will spot this at the 24 of Damien, where the Monarchs will have the second possession. So the Damien defense coming up big under Chris Biscio, the new coach, and being able to stem the tide of their mistake off their first drive.
Well, they'll try to redeem themselves. Farrington tried to punt the ball. As you said, Al, very high punt, but I think they wanted to get it inside the 20-yard line of Damien, but I guess being at the 24-yard line will do.
So that's 1st and 10 from the Damien 24. Monarchs on first down will execute the run here. Pick up about maybe a yard or two out to about the 25-yard line. As on the carry is Sullivan, the third-year varsity player, and making the stop on the play for the Governors is Liua. Taleni Liua, the linebacker, 5'8", 205, a senior.
You see the run going to the left side. Billy Sullivan trying to make his way. A lot of guys are on the offensive line for Damien, just standing around. Got to put a block there to open the way for Sullivan.
On 2nd and 8 now. Ball at the 26-yard line, and a flag goes flying.
It looks like it's going to be called off Damien. Looks like somebody just flinched on the line of scrimmage. Talked about Damien now being the bringing a new run and shoot offense. Just a year ago, Farrington came in with the Harold Tanaka.
On the offense, 5 yards, still 2nd down.
You see the referee, Levi Chang. It's a familiar name, the father of Timmy Chang, the former quarterback at St. Louis School, now at the University of Hawaii Warriors. No longer the Rainbow Warriors. The Warriors play here at Aloha Stadium. And ain't it great for the high school team to be playing here at Aloha Stadium on the new logo surface of Aloha Stadium with the new logos for Hawaii before the Warriors play on the field.
From their own 21, 2nd and 13, and a must snap, and it looks like the Governors have recovered. So mistake after mistake now for Damien.
Maybe a little nervousness on the part of the Damien offense, trying to implement this new offense in their first preseason game.
And the first time, as I mentioned at the top of the telecast, that we have had a high school football game kick off in the middle of the day. Last time they did that was 1975 when they opened this place. The Rabago carry on 1st and 10 from the Monarch 20. And that's about maybe 2, maybe 3 yards on the play.
Zachary Untamar on the stop, the defensive lineman, the 5'11", 225-pound senior, makes the play. Good stop there, just a gain of 3 yards. We was talking about Farrington just a year ago, also coming up with the run and shoot offense. Harold Tanaka spent his summers at the University of Hawaii Manoa campus learning the run and shoot offense.
2nd and 7 from the 17. The high lofty pass intended for the receiver in the end zone. That is number 83 of the Governors. And that is Chad Mock, a 5'11" wide receiver, 145-pound junior.
See this pass. No one around him, no defense. Should have made that catch, but it goes through the hands, and it'll be a 3rd and 7 situation.
From the 17, on the rollout, goes Aguinaldo. Finds his man and completes the pass to, I believe this is Micah Alexander for the touchdown.
Boy, did Mike Alexander, the 5'9", 160-pound senior, put a very good mood on Peter Campos, the DB. Maybe to lay the D-trick, nice play-action fake here. And he come on to the far side to make the play. He gets away from one guy, that's number 10, B.J. Chong, and he gets it from another defender, and Chong tried to make up the speed there, but can't get him, as 6 points goes on the board for Michael Alexander and Farrington.
Peter Campos also down there to try and tackle Alexander around the waist, as you saw there, and Alexander slipping away. So Farrington puts up the first score of the ball game here in the first quarter with 7:48 remaining in the first quarter.
Prior to the snap, encroachment on the defense. Half the distance to the goal, replay it down.
This is Adrian Valoria making the extra point on the kicking specialist, and 7 on the board for the Governors.
In a very halting type of ball game, kind of makes you feel you're like they're on the H1 freeway with all the coned off construction areas having to stop, start, slow down, start, stop, slow down, start, stop, slow down.
Farrington got it correct on the second time. They've recovered the second fumble by Damien, and this time they cash in with the touchdown. A very good play to Mike Alexander.
So Farrington now once again going to kick off to the Monarchs. Damien looking to get their new offense in gear under Chris Bishop, the former Punahou standout.
And it's great for the kids. This type of offense gets in for Damien as it brings a new life to the team. And being we're in the year 2000, the excitement builds up, and I think you get the kids more interested again in the football, and the energy's there for Damien, and they'll try to make a run at some of the teams in the ILH.
Taleni Liua, the linebacker, kicking off there. Again, another floating kick that doesn't go very far, but kind of hangs up there for a bit. Monarchs will have it at their own 38-yard line. So again, quarterback for the Damien Monarchs to the line. And on first down, the pass is incomplete. Intended for the receiver, T.C. Buffett. Slot back, senior, 5'7", 170, another third-year player. Check the Dietrich Insurance replay once again.
See, nice drop back. A lot of time, gets the pass off and just jolted out of by the defender on the receiver's hands and force a 2nd and 10 situation.
So DeLaura now facing a 2nd and 10 ball at the 38 of the Monarchs. Trip sets to the far side. DeLaura sets up, has the time, fires complete and a little, or incomplete I should say, fires short on Shea Andres. The 5'11", 5'4" slot back goes 120 pounds. He had to climb a little bit of a step ladder on that one, as coming in on the play was Ernie Kyle, the defensive back at 165 at 5'5" and a senior.
A Tanioka Seafood and Catering replay. See, Farrington defenders really can put a lick on you and jolt the ball out of your hands.
So that's 3rd down 10 now from the 38 for DeLaura and the Monarch offense. Again, Tripp sets to the far side. DeLaura under some pressure, has to run, and he will go down around his own 15-yard line, as coming in on the play was the linebacker, Taleni Liua, once again. 5'8", 205, a senior.
Made a good chase at it. Quarterback Joshua DeLaura. Got to get rid of that ball. You see you being chased. See the pursuit by the Farrington defense, and you ain't getting away from there, as it'll be a big loss on and now a 4th down situation.
So the Monarchs delaying as they're a man short, and now a man comes on out of punt formation on 4th down. He's booted high and gets a nice roll across midfield, and then takes a Wallace Ryder Farrington bounce out to midfield, where it will be down by number 20, Aaron Jaramillo, the 5'10", 170-pound senior defensive back.
You take a look at the scoreboard so far. Both sides' offense has been kind of shaky, although Farrington's on the board with 7 off of a Damien turnover.
A little bit of a breeze down on the field as well as up here in the booth, so things cooling down just a little bit down there on a very hot field. As the pass complete by Sa. And Sa on the completion to Warren Gaspar, and Gaspar, his backup, takes it downfield and picks up the Farrington first down, knocking on the doorstep of the Monarchs inside the 15-yard line.
Hey, Warren Gaspar, as you said now, noted as a quarterback, but as a receiver, maybe he's another Cordell Stewart type of player. Could probably call him slash. Did great move. Gaspar just kept his feet moving on the play.
This time trying to skirt the corner is the running back Michael Rabago, setting all 190 pounds of his 5'7" frame in motion on that one. The junior looking to grind it out, and he does for a pick of about 6 on the play to the 10-yard line. Great way to finish a run, Dominic. That'll bring up second down now. They call it 5, ball at the 10-yard line. It's Rabago again finding a soft corner here on the near side. Picks up another 5 yards on the play to pick up first down and goal inside the 5-yard line of the Monarchs. So knocking on the door, as I said once again, the Governors.
Well, the first run in this drive picked up 6 yards. They try the same play again, and Michael Rabago gets the first down. At the 5-yard line, it'll be first and goal.
So the incumbent Governors looking to put another score on the board. And a flag goes flying for about the 3rd time this afternoon, which is just about actually 10 minutes away. This has been the earliest start for a high school football game, as I said.
Usually kids are at home watching either cartoons or they're still sleeping.
As Levi Chang will give us the call here.
Clipping on the defense. 15 yards from the spot of the foul. Repeat the down.
You can hear the stiffness of the breeze beating into referee Chang's microphone down there. That's just how blustery it is, which is actually a saving grace, because I can tell you if we did not have any wind, that floor of that stadium would be close to 85, 90 degrees about now.
It'd be like being in Hawaii, but you're playing in the Mojave Desert.
Good analogy. Anyway, following the penalty, first and goal, ball at the 19 of the Monarchs. As the Governors looking to try and skirt the corner with, I was going to say Rabago, but they've substituted him for Richard Udani, who goes 5'10", 230, a senior. A lot of running back on that play.
Listed at 5'10", 230, a big back there. Skirmishes and tries to get away from defense. Takes about 3-4 Monarchs to bring them down.
Which brings up 2nd and 18. Goal to go following the penalty from the 5. Saw on the move. Nice move as he makes a nice shifty move downfield to get it inside the 10-yard line down to about the 8 that's coming in on the play. Was number 20 for the Monarchs, Aaron Jaramillo.
Good run by the quarterback, Gilbert Saw. Drops back and saw the rush coming in, got away from the defensive end and starts to make his move. Slashes, gets through, and is greeted rudely by Jaramillo.
So that brings up 3rd down, 6 and goal to go. And Rabago, now back in the ballgame, cuts back into the middle. Gets it down inside the 5-yard line where they originally had the ball to begin with.
See with the situation now, 4th down, and they're back to their original line of scrimmage at the 5. What they'll do here, and it looks like they're going to bring out their kicker.
Check the Hawaiian Airlines replay.
See the run. Tried to go on the outside as Rabago had to cut back in, make up for the yardage, and just got stopped short of the end zone at the 5-yard line, so they'll have to kick a field goal.
This will be number 85, Adrian Villoria, and it's blocked. Mad scramble for the ball, and Damien will recover, and it would have been Damien football anyway. As coming up with it was number 44. Steen Abe. He, I believe, along with Ashton Saifoloy was in on the play. Let's check it again, courtesy Royal Adventure Traveler.
You see a high snap, and it's got the defense in there. Abe just makes the block, and you gotta like this part of the, when you block a field goal, a lot of chaos going around on the field, and Damien blocks the field goal and stops an opportunity for Farrington to get on the board once more.
Gee, they must have felt like they were on the H1 freeway too. From the 29, the Monarchs, 1st and 10, as going to the airwaves once again is Joshua DeLaura. Interestingly enough, of course, the Monarchs, if you know about the little bit of history of their ball players who have gone on to college, of course, you know the name DeLaura, very, of course, tied to that of the new UH football coach. We'll get to that in just a moment as we come up on 2nd and 10, ball at the Monarch 28. Double slot formation, which is the stereotypical formation for the run and shoot. From the far hash mark, the ball is muffed on the snap. So the Monarchs set themselves back a bit once again.
Third time today they fumbled a ball, this time on the snap. Well, luckily they'll get the ball back in their hands, but a couple of yards lost on the play and a 3rd and long situation.
Check the All Sport Quencher replay. You can see DeLaura there just able to hold on to his own fumbled snap, which will bring up 3rd down, 12, ball at the 26. Tripp sets now to the near side. And DeLaura, under some pressure, gets away from one man, escapes another, but finally gets hauled down by the 3rd man. And that will be, once again, number 50, Talani Liua. You get the funny feeling, Dominic, we're going to be hearing a lot from Mr. Liua this season. He's been in on a number of tackles today.
Yes, he sure has been. Liua, linebacker, 5'8", 205 pounds, senior. You see the rush started with Lawrence Wilson, a defensive lineman. He gets him once, twice, and the 3rd guy gets him, and they go in for a big loss.
So on 4th down, Monarchs punt it away. Drifting back is the return man, Ernie Kyle. Kyle managed to slide by one guy and then finally gets pulled down at around the 49-yard line of the Farrington Governors. So 1st and 10, ball from the 49. And the Governors come up to the line. They already lead this ball game 7-0. 3rd drive of the morning. And this a little too far out of the outstretched hands of the intended receiver on the play. And that is, once again, Mr. Saw's favorite target, Warren Gaspar.
Pretty funny on the play. You saw the quarterback, Saw, double pump. Well, he pumped once and then saw his receiver. Looks like Gaspar really stopped on the street pattern going down the sidelines, and the ball after that been overshot by the quarterback.
So Tripp sets to the far side for the Governors. Little swing pass. And over midfield and into Monarch territory go the Governors behind number 28 under reception, Kalani Lautele. 5'9", 165. He's a senior wide receiver.
District Insurance replay, a good block, as you said, by the favorite target of Saad, Warren Gaspar, as he helps out on put some yards for Farrington.
Gaspar and Lautele have been the favorite aerial targets, as on the ground, once again, the Monarchs go behind Mr. Rabago, Michael Rabago, the 5'7", 190-pound senior running back, finding all kinds of room out of that spread set to pick up a 1st down as the ball is spotted at the 30 of the Monarchs, as the Governors on the march.
Positive yardage, and they've been able to balance it out. Complementing the receiving game has been their running game.
And once again, the same play as gaining 5 yards on the pass completion is Kalani Lautele. As Gilbert Saw has made good use of Gaspar and Lautele this afternoon.
I think Lautele is a little bit shaken up on the play. Was twisted around a little bit.
So end of the first quarter with our score, the Governors 7, the Monarchs nothing. I mentioned a few minutes ago, by the way, interestingly, that the Monarch quarterback Delora has an interesting tie with University of Hawaii football coach June Jones, in that another member of his family, a fellow by the name of Mel Delora, attended Portland State, played for the Vikings football team on the same football squad as their quarterback, now University of Hawaii head coach June Jones.
Makes it a very small world, Al, as everybody knows a person or two in this big world of ours.
Well, I also happen to give, but I also, of course, saying that, I also happen to give away my age. Our second half announcer up here, Mike Bradshaw, saying it's only a matter of how old or how young you think you are. But anyway, going into the second quarter, 7-0 Governors. Farrington looking to add to the margin with a 2nd and 6 at the Monarch 26. Saw looking, completes a pass to a new receiver, Micah Alexander, and Alexander takes it 20 yards, or 25 yards, takes it to the end zone for the Farrington touchdown and a 12-0 Governor lead.
Micah Alexander, second touchdown of the day. But 6 more for the Governors. It was a great play. A soft blitz by Damien, and just proved costly as Farrington gets in the end zone.
So the Governors looking to convert the extra point, and a flag goes flying. And we'll see what this is all about in just a moment here.
Referee's trying to iron out the decision. Notice you see just the linemen in front. They're the guys that want to know what's going on.
We had illegal participation on the defensive team. Penalties refused, extra point good.
So the extra point officially is good, and it is a 14-0 Governor lead over the Monarchs.
Officially at noontime, a great way to put the Tanioka Seafoods replay. And here you see the touchdown catch by Alexander, and no one there for inside of Damien. There you see the play action. There you see number 4 for Damien, Daniel Chaves. Passes towards the sidelines, and speeding up for the touchdown is Alexander.
So with the extra point kick, it is now 14-0. Monarchs have shown moments of brilliance with their new offense, and at other times they've shown the fact that sometimes they're getting a little over-anxious out there and they hurt themselves with a pair of turnovers. And Farrington has gladly taken advantage of them. Second-year coach Harold Tanaka trying to build on last year's success that saw them gain a berth in both the OIA playoffs and in the first annual state tournament.
And what a travel they had to. They had to go all the way to the island of Maui to face Baldwin in a first-round game.
And the ball drops back, and it drops right through the hands of the return man. I believe this is Sullivan on the return. And a possible advantageous return becomes nothing more than just a few yards for Mr. Sullivan, as the Monarchs will have it at their own, call it the 23-yard line.
So Sullivan botched the return, and all of a sudden when he looked up after recovering, just a sea of red. The Farrington kickoff team just surrounding him.
Replay courtesy, by the way, Seafood Village. So the Monarchs looking to get their offense in gear. They slip a gear this time on first down. As Mr. DeLaura manages to hop on it.
Second time today he has to hop down, and fourth fumble by Damien.
So that brings up second down 12. Ball at the 21-yard line.
And again on the exchange, not a very good exchange in the center and the quarterback. The cause of the fumble.
Tripp sets to the far side on second down and 12. Monarchs backed up against into their own territory. DeLaura with all kinds of running room ahead of him. Finally brought down around the 30-31-yard line by the defender on the play for Farrington. Bradley Torcuato, a defensive back, goes 5'6", 145, a junior.
Let's take a look at Midas replay. The Farrington defense want to kick themselves. As you see here, a play, a couple of defensive guys just knocked each other out of the play on the pass rush and giving a lot of room for the quarterback to go down the field. And DeLaura gets good yards, picks up 10, and it's a third and short.
So 3rd and 2, ball at the 31-yard line, they call it. As DeLaura goes through the airwaves, completes the pass, defender falls down, and Jared Chun will have himself a touchdown. Our spotter, Mike Bradshaw, telling me it looks like it might come back on a penalty. We're looking for the flags. No flags, okay. They picked it up. So with 9:56 remaining, cracking the end zone here in the second quarter is the Damien Monarchs. Check it again, courtesy of Midas.
You see the play, either he was trying to make the tackle or a hit on the receiver and just slipped off and running, and you ain't going to catch him. Jared Chun puts the first touchdown of the season for Damien, and first touchdown for this was new run and shoot offense.
And the extra point attempt is smothered, but nonetheless, they say they got it away. I thought for a moment they might have smothered it, it looked like. But they managed to get it away, and it's a 14-7 ball game now, with the Governors leading by only 7. 9:56 remaining, second quarter.
Monarchs had some problems with the fumbles and finally recovers, putting a score on the board. You see the Governors of Farrington, a lot of ball control there with 5 first downs to Damien's single first down.
So a hot, though luckily breezy afternoon now here at Aloha Stadium. First time this turf has seen high school football at this hour of the day since the mid-70s.
Now, I don't know, you saw people with the umbrellas. Hey, it's a great day. You just got to make like you're at the beach. Put some sunscreen and just hang out in the stands out in the open.
Get one of those little spray bottles with the fan on it and get yourself a little sea spray smell in there, and hey.
And then send somebody off, maybe one of your friends, to get some beverage and just relax like you're on a vacation.
Go get the shave ice. Kickoff to the 15-yard line is bringing it back is number 22 for Farrington, Micah Alexander, and he very nearly gets near midfield as he's tackled inside the 45-yard line. Be good field position for the Governors once again.
And that's been the story for Farrington. They have been getting very good field position off of the fumbles by Damien and the short punts. And a good return here puts him at midfield.
So from just over the 45, 1st and 10 for the Governors, who lead 14-7. They opened it up with a 14-0 outburst, only to see Damien come back and put 7 points on the board themselves. And now we got a timeout called by the Monarchs. So with 9:46 remaining in the first half, it is the Farrington Governors 14, the Monarchs 7. You're watching Hawaii High School football with Stadium Stars Television Sports. Welcome back to action here at Aloha Stadium. Al Morikami, Dominic Redera. 14-7. Governors lead the Monarchs here. 9:46 remaining second quarter. And Damien very slowly beginning to get it with their new spread offense under Coach Chris Bishop at times. While Harold Tanaka's Farrington Governors, as you see, already getting it in gear, and they have marched 3 times and scored twice. Again, to take a 14-7 lead here over Damien.
Both teams need to get in gear. This is their one and only preseason game of the season for both squads before they enter into their respective regular seasons.
From the Monarch 42, Robago of the Governors trying to crack the first down line, won't do it. They'll lose yardage back to the Monarch 45.
Damien finally reading it on Robago as he's the ball handler, and I think that's the first player for Robago that he's gone for a loss.
Check it again, courtesy of Pepsi Cola.
Boy, does Robago really want to open up a can of Pepsi after that play, getting hit and stopped in the backfield.
From the shotgun, 2nd and 12, downfield, Gaspar with the catch, and he will trot it home for the touchdown. 20-7, Governors now.
Third time today, Farrington has taken it to the house by airmen.
So the Millennium not only bringing a change in the Governors' gridiron leadership behind Harold Tanaka, but a new way of playing Farrington football, airmail. Extra point kick coming up here. Now a whistle and another flag. As I said, it's been that kind of a morning so far, or now into the afternoon. Levi Chang will explain it to us.
False start on the kicking team. 5 yards, repeat the try.
So a condition very familiar to Honolulu motorists. Start, stop, slow down, start, stop, slow down. You can tell I've obviously not been very happy with the traffic situation this summer, gang. Anyway, 20-7, Farrington looking to tack on the extra point, and they will not. As number 45 of the Monarchs to S.C. Maunga, a sophomore linebacker, 6 feet 185, comes in to smother the play.
Getting it on special teams has Damien as they block the field goal, and now PAT as we take a look at the No Foods of Hawaii replay. Pumps once and finally airs one out right into the hands of Warren Gaspar, and that's 6 again for the Governors.
So far this afternoon, it's been Gaspar along with Micah Alexander who've been favorite targets of Mr. Sa, the quarterback for Farrington Governors. As there you see the result, 27-7.
Big second quarter. Start off slow. The Governors in the late part of the first quarter got the first touchdown of the game, and now the Governors look like a high-powered offense, scoring 20 big points in the second quarter. a must, especially for Farrington playing in the red division in the OIA. Got a tough schedule ahead of them as they'll face IA to open things off and then take a bye, and then the third and fourth week they'll face Waina and Kahuku. That's not a very great combo, especially back-to-back games when you got to face the top two teams in the OIA red.
And yet another fumble, but this time picked up by Sullivan. And Sullivan needs to just clear one man. Has a lane. Defender at the last minute, number 57 for Farrington, Kelson Lopez, diving for the shoestrings, manages to pull down Billy Sullivan as he falls inside the 20-yard line. They'll spot him down at the 17.
Billy Sullivan, the 5'6", 160-pound senior. You see it botched away on the kickoff, and good recovery as Sullivan puts one move and accelerates and goes down the field.
And the little shoestring attempt there brings him down. Again, that was number 57, Kelson Lopez, another linebacker for Farrington. As that brings up 1st and 10, ball at the 17 of the Governors. As Damien going in the direction of Jared Chum through the air. Not able to complete the pass, will bring up 2nd down.
Like a little miscommunication there. Let's see. The receiver kind of hooked in, and quarterback Delara thought about going to the outside part of the field.
You know, it's interesting, we were mentioning how the new look Damien team with their jerseys and everything resembles Penn State, known as Linebacker U, but I'll tell you what, Farrington over the years has turned out some very good prep level linebackers. So perhaps we should call them Linebacker High, as on 2nd down and 10 at the 17 of the Governors. The pass is complete. This time for the Monarchs, coming up with the catch, Eleneki Benavides, a backup quarterback, so apparently they are going to go in the same direction. Benavides about 5'10", 160.
Delara fights time and finds an open Benavides to make the catch, and just shy of a 1st down.
From the 8-yard line, 3rd and 1 for the Monarchs, looking to crack the end zone for a 2nd time today. It's given to Sullivan. There's a mix-up in the backfield, and it will be, well, let's see. It will be Farrington football.
Lawrence Wilson picks up the ball as the exchange by Damien's part is fumbled away, and we'll take a closer look at this. You see the Royal Adventures Travel replay. Delara, here's the running back. Sullivan, looks like Sullivan just closed up his arms before even getting the ball. The ball's knocked loose out of the hands of the quarterback, Delara, and another fumble. Thought something good was developing for Damien.
Lawrence Wilson, the 5'11 defensive lineman, 260, a junior on that play. As Rabago on the ground on 1st down, bursts out over the 20, very near the 22, 23-yard line. Damien needs to get to the, or excuse me, I should say Farrington needs to get to the 23 for the 1st down. They will be about a yard shy, it appears. Check it again, courtesy of Mountain Dew.
See, out of the shotgun to give the draw play to the running back, Michael Rabago. And he bulldozes his way through.
So on 2nd and short, Rabago. Another ball on the carpet, this time for Farrington, but it takes a Governor bounce.
Billy Tafea picks up the ball, the offensive lineman, as it comes out of the hands of Michael Rabago, and Billy Tafea showing he has good hands at 6'1", 300 pounds.
Dare I say, it takes a Governor spin. Anyway, that brings up 1st and 10, ball at the 26. Out of shotgun. They saw with some time, lost it, has Gaspar downfield wide open, makes the great grab at midfield. Almost too wide open for Gaspar on that one. That's the kind you usually see them drop because it's usually just too easy and the concentration sometimes isn't there, Dom.
Or Gaspar might have some kind of great tracking device trying to get this ball, as this ball is shot putted over the top. Look how Gaspar had to really twist himself around and kept his concentration. Kept looking at the ball and wide open and gets the first down, gets the midfield.
OnStar, how may we help you, Mr. Gaspar? First and 10 from midfield. Rabago this time keeping it on the ground. And like a good John Deere tractor, motors his way to the Monarch 45.
Take a look at the replay as the tackle is made by Willie Aguinaldo and Paul Laga. As see a stiff arm move. Tries to wrestle his way, as also on the play. Kellen Lopez and Daniel Charles were on the play, along with number 44, Steen Abe.
And Michael Rabago and company, and this time it is on the carry Richard Udani, making hamburger out of that right-hand side of the, or I should say left-hand side of the Damien defensive line. Watch it again, courtesy of All Sports. And that brings up a 3rd down 3 situation. And again, Udani plowing his way through the Damien defense. Picks up first down inside the 40-yard line, down to around the 37. I don't know what it is about the left-hand side of that Damien defensive line, but I'm quite sure Coach Bishop probably not happy seeing the Governors being able to skirt his line to that side. So Saw on first down from the 37. Has a man over the middle, underthrows, as turning around on the play was the receiver, Kalani Lautele, part of the triumvirate this afternoon that has included, of course, Warren Gaspar and Michael Alexander out there, the 3 amigos.
Lautele got away, and nobody covering Lautele, and he's wide open.
So that brings up 2nd down 10, ball at the 37-yard line. 27-7, the Governors in the lead. And this completion complete out to Micah Alexander, and Alexander takes it down to around inside the 25, down to the, they say now the 22-yard line officially. So another Governor 1st and 10.
Micah Alexander, a workhorse. You see pass to the sidelines. See the quarterback Saw picks him up, and you like how Alexander just makes a catch and run. He speeds up down the field, picks up another first down.
So after a shaky start, the battle of Hoftailing Street here at Aloha Stadium is pretty much been a one-sided battle so far, as this is Rabago once again on the carry. A one-sided affair that's been in the favor of the incumbent Governors. Well, we have a flag on the play, so hold everything up. We may have a violation in this campaign march by the Governors.
Holding on the offense. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Repeat first down.
Not going to have much. Just give me what you got, yeah. Okay.
So let's check it out again, courtesy Jiffy Lube.
See, normally, you got enough to reach out there.
See if we can pick up the hold. Can't see it in our replay, but see A good run.
I think it was on that right-hand offside where you saw the guard basically just putting his arms, stretching it outside. If you're outside that container, I think they basically would call that holding on you. But anyway, Gaspar, again, the intended receiver with one-on-one coverage, doesn't get this one. Of course, Gaspar goes about 6'1" and 175 pounds, the senior does, and makes a mighty big target for his quarterback, Gilbert Saw, who himself is 5'10".
See Saab making away. This time he's on the run, going over the top to his receiver, Warren Gaspar, and just overshoots the receiver.
Like someone once said, you can't coach height. And the Monarchs come all out this time on 2nd down and 19 at the 31. And this will push the Governors back a little further to the Monarch 45.
Good pickup there by Ashen Saifaloy. Gets the pickup and stops Farrington. Farrington forced to take a timeout. It's up a draw play. Udani just right off the starting blocks. Saifaloy just in his face.
So frequent flyer mileage time here as it's 3rd down, 23. Ball at the 35-yard line of the Monarchs, the defense, which has basically taken in something of an offensive charge into the offensive unit of the Governors, pushing them back.
See the Governors big on first downs as well on the scoreboard. 10 first downs. Take a look at Harold Tanaka giving some explanations to his offensive unit. And you got to like the new Lowell shirts. You should get one of those. Sporty outfit.
Gonna have to go down after the game and ask him what label he buys. 3rd down, 23. Ball at the 35 of the Monarchs. Farrington needs to get inside to the 11-yard line to pick up the first down. Saw with all day. Completes it over the middle, back to around the original line of scrimmage is where it'll be, and it'll be 4th down there too as well. Check it again, courtesy Seafood Village.
So again, Farrington goes by air. Not a tight spiral, but great grab there.
Saw looking like Kenny Stabler having all day to eat lunch and still get the pass off in that situation. But we march back again as yet another
illegal
yellow
man
flag.
on the pass on the offense. 5 yards from the spot of the foul. Repeat 3rd down.
Oh, dare I say it again. Preseason football, just like driving down the H1 freeway.
Actually, one of the linemen just escaping from the stables. Got loose and wandered off.
So trip sets now to the near side for the quarterback Saw and the Governor offensive unit. That's been on its heels for the last couple of minutes, and the overthrown pass almost picked off as Warren Gaspar drawing double coverage down inside the 10-yard line, as down there was number 5 for Damien, and that's Mark Aquero. The 5'10 senior defensive back who goes 155 pounds.
See, Arquero almost made the pick. So we'll take a look at the Price Busters replay. Overthrown pass to Gaspar, and just Arquero's eyes just lit up, saw an opportunity and couldn't get down.
Would have had a lot of good return yardage on that too when you take a look at where he recovered it. But this brings up a punting situation now for the Governors, who lead 27-7. High drifting punt will send the Damien return man back to the 5, as hauling it in there is B.J. Chong, a junior defensive back, 5'8", about 180 pounds.
Not a great area to call a fair catch. Maybe should have let it drift into the end zone. Pick it up at the 20. We've seen the problems Damien is having on the exchange, losing the ball and fumbles.
This would be a dangerous place for that to happen as they have the ball just about around their own 6-yard line.
With the new offense, the run and shoot offense, and 2:14 left in the first half. Thought they can make a good run at it.
And once again, the spread offense and the little flip forward pass to Sullivan. But Sullivan has a political action committee in the form of the governor defense waiting for him.
Penalty markers in the play, and not a very good pass when you shovel pass and let that ball hang up there and make your teammate who's a receiver. And that time it was Billy Sullivan. It's like bait for one of the linebackers. Just let one loose on.
A preliminary indication from referee Levi Chang that this will be against the Governors.
Live ball foul. Failure to wear proper equipment on the play. On the defensive team. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
So instead of 1st and 5, we'll bring the ball out to the, call it the 11-yard line. And a 1st and 5 for the Damien Monarchs here today.
Added help on the penalty by Farrington. Gives Damien a little more breathing room.
Double slot formation on the 1st and 5. Under pressure is Delara, and he will go down.
Not a pretty good snap. Not a very good snap there. As kind of shaky coming out of the starting box with Delara, and took some time off to look for his receivers, and the blitz just coming on from Farrington, and the yards they gain on the Farrington penalty, just lose it right away to a sack.
So from a 1st and 5, the Monarchs go now to a second, call it 13 ball at their own 3-yard line in the shadow of their own goalpost.
Credit Kiniohi Akiwu, the 6'4", 225 senior with the sack.
And oh my goodness, once again, another muffed snap, and let's just see who comes up with this one. It's Farrington football.
Boy, the fumble is now kind of like a virus for Damien as they lose it once more.
Take another look at it again, courtesy of Pepsi, the joy of cola.
See the snap, not a very good one. Jumping on the ball was Jay Wong Nape Ahi.
And that brings up now 1st down, goal to go from the 2-yard line of the Monarchs. Governors already leading 27-7. Loose ball again, but they're going to say that the ball was already down. So a dead ball. And so 56 seconds remaining to the half. 20-7. We stand corrected. We've been checking ourselves with the scoreboard, and apparently it's 20-7 on the scoreboard. Modern technology, isn't it wonderful? 7 points for the Governors in the first stanza, followed by 13 more in the second quarter. So the Monarchs able to crack the goose egg in the second quarter. And so a 20-7 ball game here, and Farrington looking to add to their margin. In the scoring race here at Aloha Stadium. 56 seconds left to the half. The Governors looking to increase their lead.
A good way to get into the locker rooms with a 20-point lead if they can get in the end zone.
So 1st and goal, ball at the 2-yard line. Saw fakes the handoff. He'll roll to the near side. Has all kind of territory and will walk in easily.
Here Toledo tried to make the play. Looks like on the quarterback, and obviously he's in some pain there. It's hurt on the sideline. Correction, that's Connor Lee on that's being attended to.
And there you see Governor quarterback Gilbert Saw, who's done a yeoman's job today, I should say, this morning and this afternoon, actually, doing a yeoman's job of operating that Governor offense, I should say, to almost perfection. Take another look at it here, courtesy of the Joy of Cola Pepsi replay.
On the run is Sa, and there you see defense not coming up. Got away from Leahy, and that was it for the Damien defense.
Of course, one of the Monarch defenders, perhaps a victim of the heat down there. If it weren't, thankfully, for this nice breeze that we're having today, we might actually have been seeing more people cramping up down there, because you can lose a lot of fluid in the area on that hot Aloha Stadium turf. As I said, the first time that high school football hasn't played at this hour of the day since the mid-1970s. They kept it up for about 2 or 3 seasons before they finally decided that enough was enough with players getting cramps and getting hurt out here, that they finally decided to go to a little cooler time of the afternoon. So it was either, I believe, 1979 or 1980 that they then went to the current situation of playing ball games starting at around 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
11:30, not a very pleasant time of the day to be playing football, especially on a AstroTurf field.
And Sa, out of the shotgun, muffs it, but manages to keep a hold of it and gets wrestled down around the 8 or 9 yard line. So he'll lose yardage for about 6 or 7 yards, as they were trying to go for the 2-point conversion on that. But the damage has been done. It's 26-7 now, and check the No Foods Hawaii replay.
Point after. Team trying to go for 2.
And there you see, in terms of just playing first downs, the Governors with 10 and the Monarchs just 1. Now see, she's very well equipped. You see the big water bottle she's carrying with her? That giant thermos. That's the way to come to a ball game when you're playing in the middle of the day. Keep yourself nice and hydrated. So the Monarchs deploy their kick return team, which has served them sparingly so far today in the first half, other than the Sullivan return, which very nearly went for a score. Sullivan will watch this take a bounce into the end zone, and the ball will be out at the 20 of the Monarchs. As the passing cloud shadow moves away and the bright sunlight once again shines down on the AstroTurf. With the brand new University of Hawaii Warrior logo. Which at least one newspaper has jokingly made it look like a Japanese Warriors outfit. Anyway, 1st and 10, ball at the 20-yard line for DeLaura. He will swing it out and completes this pass out to T.C. Buffett, the slot back. Oh, new quarterback out there. Okay, that's Mr. Destin Alameda this time, as Mr. DeLaura has apparently seen his action for the day. Now Alameda being given his chance.
Alameda come in relief and southpaw.
Something about those left-handers, as this brings up Now they're going to say it was an incomplete pass, that he did not have both feet in bounds, or at least 1 foot in bounds, I should say. 2nd and 10 from the 20 now. As we look across to the down marker on the far side, which still says first down.
Alameda tried to force a pass with a double team, as tried to get the pass complete to DC Buffett.
So Buffett and Alameda trying to hook up, but not able to. Brings up a 3rd and 10. Ball still at the 20 of the Monarchs. Alameda flips the ball forward on a forward pass out to Sullivan. And Sullivan, the lone bright spot for the Monarch offense today, manages to kick it in gear and get it out around the, call it the 38-yard line officially, is what they'll say he's down. And 11 seconds left on the clock, as the Monarchs will huddle up here and see what they can do with 11 seconds left.
Please put 3 seconds back on the game clock. 3 seconds.
Take a look at the
back
Mountain
on
Dew
game clock.
replay. Little shovel pass, just got it out of the hands in time as Lawrence Wilson was coming on the approach on Alameda, and gets it complete, gets a first down, and 14 seconds left. It's like Damien will take their final timeout. Excuse me, their second timeout.
Ball spotted at just over the 38-yard line.
Depending how they manage their time, they probably can get at least 2 plays, or maybe just 1 big play, and try to get another score before halftime.
Monarchs have been kind of, like I said, stop and start with their offense this afternoon. As Mike Bradshaw opens up the Webster's Dictionary and says sporadic. Let's see, I think that counts for about 7 points. That's cheating. You're using an electronic version. I still use the one with pages in it. 1st and 10. And this is complete to Jared Chun, down to the 30-yard line of the Farrington Governors. Still 4 seconds left on the clock, and 1 more timeout to use for the Monarchs, as they go from 1st and 10 on their own 39 to a 1st and 10 on the Governor, call it, let's see, the 31-yard line.
Here's a pass. We'll take a look at the Mountain Dew replay. Alameda looks like throwing a grenade, just launches one, and sitting around waiting for the play as Jared Chun makes the catch, and good heads up play, makes the catch and calls a quick timeout. That's 4 ticks on the clock, and they can able to run 1 more play.
Chun, a pretty big target himself at 6 feet, a senior, 155 pounds.
That's how hot it is on the field. Assistants trying to keep the players intact, hydrated, and
it'd be interesting to go down there with a candy thermometer, put it at the crown of the field, and just see how really hot the actual surface is. In fact, I can remember a teammate and classmate of mine once showing me just how hot it was, showing me how the plaster wrap they had used on him had melted on this surface. So 1 last play to the half. And this is complete from Almeida, and heading out of bounds with it is the Monarch Eleneki Benavides, the backup quarterback, 5'10", 160. Goes out of bounds, tries to save the clock, can't do it. The half will expire. So at the break, 26-7. 7 points for the Governors early, taking a 7-0 lead in the first stanza, then outscoring the Monarchs 19-7 in the second quarter. So it stands at 26-7 as we head to the locker room for the halftime break. Mike Bradshaw, Chip Davey going to bring you the second half. I'm Al Morikami alongside Dominic Rivera. Stay tuned. Second half action coming up. This is Aloha Stadium Stars Television Sports.
And welcome back to the second half. And Damien, before they even get it teed off, we have a penalty flag. And it looks like it'll be going on against Damien. And we'll see here what the call is.
Number 12, Zachary Lee, a defensive back, senior, 5'9", 140, teeing it up for the Monarchs. It could be that either he, if it's possible for him to be offside, or somebody to his right offside. So we start the second half on a penalty.
And let's try this one again. Let's see if Zachary Lee can tee it up again. And here's the kick. Kick goes deep. Number 22 for the Governors. It's Mika Alexander being brought down on the 43-yard line of the Governors.
Tackled by Terry Slattery, number 22, senior and a three-year player for the Monarchs. We'll look for the replay. There he is, number 22. Royal Adventure Travel replay. Slattery's a DB, lines up as a DB. There's the reception by Alexander, who will look for the hole from left to right. Slattery will be the second guy in to meet him. There he is right there. Oh.
And again, we have number 4. Saad back to pass, complete out in the left flat to number 83 for the Governors. That's Chad Mock. That's good for a 11-yard pickup. Be 1st and 10.
Mark Akara, number 5, making the stop as we go back to the replay. Governors have pretty much had their way on this passing offense. Okay, no replay. We come back up over the ball.
And again, Gilbert Sock under center. Correction, he's in the drop back. He drops back, takes 2 steps, fires out to the right side here, and again is complete to number 28 for the Governors. And he's out of bounds on the 22-yard line of the Governors, and that's number 28, Kalani Lotele.
Now, Lotele looked like he did a crossing pattern underneath the Monarch defense, number 28. But after he caught the ball, he turned upfield or downfield, so to speak, and the Monarchs did not get him out of bounds.
And again, there they go. Governors going to that run and shoot offense. Saad taking a step back there in the shotgun. And there he is, number 40, the workhorse. That's Michael Rabago. It's one of them. I apologize, parents, for the mispronunciation of the names, but we'll get it later on during the year.
Inside handoff on the 21, pickup of about 8. That'll bring up a 2nd and 3 on what looks like the 17 or the 16-yard line. Spotted on the 17.
And again, Saw under center. Takes a step back, rolls out to the right, and he has no open bodies. He takes off. And we have a penalty flag in the backfield, and he goes for approximately 2 yards.
It looked like on that play, Saw was expecting another back out to the far side, to the side that he spun to. He spun to his left. There was nobody there. That was actually created a sense of direction for him because there no defenders were there either.
Holding on the offense. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Repeat, second down.
Here's the Royal Adventure Travel replay. We'll see if we can pick up the hold for you. On the left side, after the play, it looks like it may have been called on number 71, but in high school football, they do not call out the number.
It looked like on
college
that,
and the pros.
Sorry about that, Chip. On that one there, it looks like Cornelius Thomas was the culprit on that one on the left side here. As we see Saw step back, and he fires again out to the left flats, again to number Chad Mook, who picks up a couple yards on that one.
Mark Aquero on the defense, number 5. It looked like the Monarchs were playing man coverage, 4 defensive backs out there.
And as we saw in that last one, we didn't catch it on the replay, but from the booth here, we saw the Damien Monarchs, acting like they were going to blitz, and the Governors picked it up rather well. And again, Saw in a shotgun under rush, and there's a wide open number 22, Mika Alexander for 6 for the Governors.
You know, Mike, that play was open in the first half as well. There's definitely a lapse in coverage there. Somebody's not picking up their man. The safety has been lured over by somebody. Usually there's somebody in center field for the Monarchs. And so the Governors will go on the board again. It's 32-7. 9:25 in the third quarter. The Mountain Dew replay. We'll see Saw dropping back, looking to his left, then finds the center open. And you know, that's a call that's called down from the press box. Wide open, nobody back there. Where they'll say, look to your left, and the middle will be open, and lo and behold, it was.
And on that one there, Chip, the point was good. The PAT making it 33-7. Governors.
Some kind of lapse in that in the safety. It's actually signals among your DBs and your safety. Usually you leave a guy all the way back in the center, as we see the scoreboard there, and there's the man who scored the touchdown, number 22. Micah Alexander, a 5'9", 160-pound senior. And that could be a call that was worked out at halftime, or something that was called down from the press box saying, look, the safety or the center fielder drifts this way, and he'll follow the eyes of the quarterback. So have him look to the side, and he'll go with that, and that'll leave the middle wide open.
And it's, like you said, Chip, that's been apparent, throughout the entire game. And we'll see how they, run for the duration of this one. And deep for the Damien Monarchs. There's number 1, pick it up for the Damien Monarchs, Billy Sullivan, and he runs out to the to the left, and he brings it up to the 20-yard line.
We'll credit number 88, Hawaii Mika, on the stop, a 5'9", 200-pound senior. There's Sullivan. He's been the workhorse. He had a 65-yard return in the first half. The replay, all-sport replay, you'll see Sullivan. Ball takes a long time to come down. Sullivan will get minimum yardage before he winds up against Mr. Hawaii Mika. One man, one tackle. Spot the ball on the 26.
Destin Alameda gets dropped. He just gets drilled back on the 20-yard line for a loss of 5. A good blitz on that one.
And doing the blitzing, Lawrence Wilson, a 5'11", 260-pound senior. Alameda, a left-handed quarterback on the Menahune replay. He won't even have time to breathe on this. Right there. Mr. Wilson blows through that line. Evidently not picked up on the blocking scheme. And so he says, I want another quarterback for lunch.
And we have a timeout on the field. The officials timeout. Looks like one of the guards has some equipment problems there.
That's Michael Carranza, 5'7", 230. Spot the ball on the 21, where it's 2nd and 15. That was a 5-yard loss, so the Monarchs, 2nd and 15.
It's 2nd and 15 for the Monarchs, and we have 8 minutes and 43 seconds left in the quarter here. And again, big number 77.
Lawrence Wilson likes to move to his left. Billy Sullivan on the carry to the right side. Awkward move for the quarterback, number 9, Destin Alameda, because he's left-handed, moving to his right. It looks like he went over to talk to somebody. The Jiffy Lube replay, Alameda to Billy Sullivan that gets nothing, and then Wilson on the left side. Actually, there's a gang of tacklers led by number 90, Justin Laofala-Miana, 5'11", 215-pound junior. Mike?
And we see Sullivan, in shotgun formation, and just a misguided shot on that one there. And I apologize, that was Dustin Alameda, the left-handed quarterback on that one. Threw it out to the right-hand side here and threw an errant pass on that one, Chip.
Intended receiver, as we watch the Jiffy Lube replay, you'll see number 11, Eleniki Benavides, who is listed as a quarterback on the Monarch roster. Never connects. You see him right there. 5'10", 160-pound junior.
And dropping back for the Governors is number 43, Alex Fumoy, and Ernie Kayao.
And it's Kayao on the carry. He'll get past midfield, so the Governors, again, will set up in Monarch territory where it's 1st and 10. on the Damien 49. Making the stop, number 10, B.J. Chong. Here's the Dietrich Insurance replay. You'll see the ball underway. Kayo getting an opening and then coming to his right side. And he'll get all the way across midfield before Chong wraps him up. Right there from behind, they'll credit him with the tackle. Governors with the ball.
And as we see, again, the shotgun formation, primarily these two teams have been going to the shotgun. Wide open, number 28, Kalani Lautelli, he just keeps breaking tackles and just keeps rumbling and bumbling all the way up the field. He goes up to the Damien 27-yard line.
If it's possible, we have an injured player down there, number 43. That's Zachary Untermeyer, listed as a defensive lineman. Here's the replay, Tanioka's replay. That is Saw. It appears that these are all adjustments that were made at halftime, working on the Damien defense, because it looks like that the Governors are actually applying pressure to different areas on the DBs. First they went to the left side, that went to the right side, working on number 10, B.J. Chong.
And the man down on the field, Chip, is like the last gentleman that was there. Cramps, and it's we have 7 minutes and 32 seconds in the second quarter, or I'm sorry, in the third quarter. Governors 33, Damien Monarchs 7. As we take a timeout here, a pause for the cause. This is Mike Bradshaw along with Chip Davey. And as we see number 43 for the Damien Monarchs, Zachary Untermeyer.
He's walking. Here's the end of the play where Untermeyer making the stop and is swung around. Players landing on him. It could be a knee injury, or you were saying before he may have been dehydrated, a cramp. So he is off the field now, and he's down. You saw what happened. We spot the ball now on the 27, where it's 1st and 10 for the Governors.
And again, as we see Saw under center, and he takes a toss back, number 43, Alex Fumoy. Correct. I stand corrected on that one. That's Frederick Dona.
What a great play. It looked like he was set so far back, set very far back in the eye, the lone setback. It looked like he was going to throw. So I guess that scared the linebackers off for a few yards, but it was good for a couple-yard pickup.
And you know what? That's all they need to do is just, scare the linebackers a little bit, because it looks like this year that the Governors do have some speed in the backfield. Again, set back in the eye, and oh my goodness, number 45, that's Taese Mauga, a
sophomore. 6 foot, 165-pound 10th grader. Read the play that time as we look for the replay. And so they'll catch it on the Seafood Village replay as Saw wants to go to the right side, pitch to the right side, but Manga is right there. Also helped out by number 56, that's Ashton Safole. So spot the ball on the 29-yard line of the Monarchs, where it's 3rd down and 12 to go for the Governors.
And again, we see that Saw is in a shotgun formation, a blitz. And we have to see the handoff out on the right side again to number 40, the workhorse, Michael Rabago.
So as you were saying, Mike, they were anticipating blitz and were able to do that inside handoff. Here's the Price Busters replay. And the back was past the blitz right there. 4 Damien defenders in the backfield, but he was past them. Good enough for a 5 or 6 yard pickup. They're setting up for a field goal right now.
As we see, this will be about a 42-yard field goal if he does make it. And number 85, and this is going to be short and picked up in the end zone by number 10.
That's Chong. Chong having fun with it, as long as he doesn't cross the goal line.
And I could tell I could hear the heartbeat of all the Damien coaches over there going, what are you doing? Don't come out of that end zone.
It was Adrian Valoria, the kicker, 5'9", 155-pound senior. That's after lunch. So Chong on the play, you can see him on the Damien sidelines there. Just debating on whether, as we anticipate the replay coming up, the water over his head.
Is it here? Cool down. Take a chill pill on this one. Let's see, Destin Alameda under center, and he gets grabbed again by big number 77 again. Big number 77, that's Lawrence Wilson. He has been in the backfield tormenting the Damien quarterback.
Billy Wilson on the carry, the workhorse guy again, spot the ball on approximately the 27-yard line as we see Wilson, number 77, in the back of the Govs huddle. Here's the Midas replay. Alameda to Sullivan. Sullivan gets around. He can almost break loose. He's chased by several people. And he will be met by, actually, that looks like number 90. Justin.
And we have a penalty flag on the field, and it looks like this one is going to be coming back against the Damien Monarchs.
Crediting number 90, Justin Lau Falamana, 5'11", 215-pound junior. He's the middle guard. And boy, these guys up front for Farrington, great pursuit. Boy, they can pursue either way along the line of scrimmage.
And
There's no flag. The ball was caught
inadvertent
behind
flag.
the line of scrimmage.
Inadvertent flag. I guess they just needed, the referees do need their exercise too, on throwing their flags. And again, we'll see if Laufale Mana, gets back in there on those plays. And again, we have big number 9, Destin Alameda. He's under center. He rolls out to the left,
Great
and
play.
he takes off, and he gets cracked out of bounds at the 39-yard line of the Damien Monarchs, and that's good for a 5-yard carry.
If we see a replay on this, we'll see. Here it is, the Joy of Cola replay, Pepsi Cola. There's a slight bump. Oh, you missed it. He was bumped by his center. That may have slowed up his momentum as he went around the left side. Keenan Keahoho making the stop on the defense. Riding him out of bounds, big number 3. It's like a 5-yard pickup, spot the ball on the 39-yard line of the Monarchs.
And as you see here, is to be 2nd down and 5 yards to go for Damien. And it's a handoff off the right side to number 2 for the for the Monarchs. That's T.C. Buffett. He picks up about, I'll say about 4.5 yards with about a half yard to go.
A natural play there as the Noah Foods of Hawaii replay. The last play swept left. This is misdirection to the right. You can see Buffett getting the handoff and picking up a couple of yards, setting up a 3rd and 1.
And we have 2 minutes and 55 seconds left in the third quarter. And as we see, number 1, Billy Sullivan going out to the right, picking up a first down for good yardage. He picks up at 6 yards on that one.
Third quarter. Spot the ball just right on the 50 for Billy Sullivan, just a hair short of the 50. The Monarchs trail in this game 38-7, 2:49 in the third quarter. Destin Alameda, who came in the second quarter, is now the Damien quarterback.
As we see Alameda back up under center with a single setback. He rolls back and takes a toss to number 1. That's Billy Sullivan, who heads upfield, and he gets enough yard. He gets 12 yards on that flip. A forward lateral there.
And there is a forward lateral, but I'll tell you one thing, the Farrington defensive line coach is going to say look out for that as we see Billy Sullivan running off. Here comes the Hawaiian Air replay. Somebody's going to pick off this pitch. Look at this. Woo! That's the third time they've run it this game. This is the most successful application. Sullivan, on sheer determination, pushes the ball up to about the 38-yard line. So the Monarchs now are moving into Farrington territory and possible scoring position.
As we see Alameda under center again, he rolls left and watch out behind. And he takes fires the ball out again to the left. And catching that ball is number 2, T.C. Buffett. And he gets hardly any, but there is a flag on the field. We'll hold everything, folks.
You see Hawaii Mika on the sideline. He's the man that made the tackle. How can you go wrong with a name like that?
Personal foul on the defense. 15 yards from the end of the play. First down.
And that one goes against the Farrington Governors, and that was a major penalty on that one, Chip.
Here's what it looks like. The Royal Adventure Travel replay. Alameda sweeping left, completes the pass, and evidently some kind of a hit after the play. I don't even know if that happened there or not.
It was that, or it could have been something on the quarterback there, roughing the quarterback or something like that after the play. Alameda under center, single setback. He rolls back, fires out to the right, complete. Jared Chun catches the ball for good yardage on that one. It'll be second down and 7 yards to go.
Jared Chun is a 3-year starter for the Monarchs. So it looks like Damien now setting themselves up on the 9-yard line, may possibly being in scoring position again. They've been down here before.
And I stand corrected on that one, Chip. It's not 7 yards to go. It was 7-yard pickup with 3 yards to go. Again, Alameda under center, and it looks like we have a fumble on the play, and it's Farrington Governors again. Damien misfiring on the ball. It looks like the intimidation of the middle linebacker on that one. He intimidated him enough to where the quarterback just took his eyes off the ball just a little bit, and boom, there it was.
Here's the Mountain Dew replay. That's number 77 in the center creating that pressure. I thought that might have been an offside. But like you were saying, Lawrence Wilson, your guy again in the center. He may have been moving but was not across the ball. And like you said, Mike, intimidation. And hurried the exchange.
Exactly. And Lawrence Wilson is big enough to intimidate you, though.
270.
6 foot, 270. If I saw that coming at me, I'd run too. And we have a penalty flag on the field. Whistles being blown, and it looks like, Chip, that we have delay a game against Farrington.
58 seconds, 38-7. 58 seconds left in the third quarter. The team in red leading. Farrington over Damien.
Encroachment on the defense. 5 yards, still first down.
And I take that back. It was not against Farrington. It was against Damien. My goodness.
Actually, that was the second snap, too, that the Monarchs fumbled down inside the 20.
And if you look at it, too, Chip, Damien has been shooting themselves in the foot with, penalties and fumbles. And again, there it is. There he is. He's wide open on the right flat. As again, number 10, Warren Gasper.
Working that right side. That is Buffett and Chong on the defense. Here comes the Mountain Dew replay. You'll see Saw working the right side. Gaspar, initial pressure. But wide open spaces for 5 to 6 yards. Spot the ball on the 31 where it's 1st and 10. Good for a first down. Looked like the DBs were off too far, giving them too much of a cushion.
It's just showing that they have respect for them, but there's a certain amount of respect that you can show these people without actually giving everything away. And there it is right there, a sack number 45 for the Damien Monarchs, Tawese Mauga.
Initial bobble on the ball by Gilbert Saw. That slowed him up. Here comes the replay, the all-sport replay, body quencher. A bobble, the ball will hit the ground. It'll take him a second or two. That'll give the Damien defenders enough time to get in the huddle. 3 men chasing him. And I believe it's the first sack of the half for the Monarchs anyway. So we have a timeout on the field. And when you don't have a timeout, that's the end of the third quarter, Mike.
We have the end of the third quarter with the Governors 33, Monarchs 7. And we'll just see what comes up in this fourth quarter, Chip. And we'll see if the Damien Monarchs, cure their woes. And as we see the hot crowd, as we could say.
The sunburned crowd. The smart crowd with the umbrellas.
And there they are. All they need now is just some, like Dominic was saying earlier, all he needs now is just some sunscreen, and everybody will be set.
I imagine in the fourth quarter, both of these teams must be pretty well dehydrated. They're pretty hot. It's a very hot day. It's the first day of a quadruple header in the Father Bray Classic. Third quarter, all Farrington. It looked like reactions that they were doing. Hi there. Reactions from what happened at halftime, saying you can pick on this guy. This guy has these tendencies. We saw a Farrington touchdown with the bomb over the center. The safety was nowhere to be found for Damien. Obviously, that was some kind of a coaching thing, an adjustment made at halftime. They found that the safety was doing that. Give the ball now to the Governors, fourth quarter.
And here we go again. The starting of the fourth quarter. Saw under center. He drops back, and it's a screen pass. Oh, wide open. A barrel going down and just rakes him to the 45-yard line of the Damien Monarchs. Beautiful pass. Beautiful, beautifully set up screen.
Beautiful execution, too. Just 10 yards out, left side. Rabago finds a hole, finds some block. May have been a little bit sloppy execution from the Monarchs. The Menahuni replay. Saw, left side, Rabago, wide open spaces. A few missed tackles along the way. There's one. And he is off to the races. He's back to live action, Mike.
Again, Rabago is out of the game, and that was set up to number 83 for the Governors. That's Chad Mock catching the ball out on the left side for a gain of 7 yards, making it second down and 3 yards.
It looks like Farrington pretty much working on that Damien defense. The Farrington double slot, 4 wide receivers, just picking on different parts of that Damien defensive backfield.
As we see, you have double sets to both sides. And again, Saw back, and there's a wide open number 28. That's Kalani Lautele.
And it's Conrad Leahy, number 54 on the coverage. That there's some kind of an adjustment that must be made because Leahy is a linebacker. He has no business being playing safety back there. Something going on as we look for the replay. Menahuni replay. Wide open spaces over the center. There's the end of the play. Not a defensive back in sight. That's an adjustment the Monarchs will work on this week, but definitely some kind of a deficiency.
Well, Mr. Tanaka took over the Governors and instituted this offense, the run and shoot. And again, Saw just buries the ball. Very well covered. The ball falls incomplete, and it'll bring up second down and 6 yards to go with 11 minutes and 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this, the first game of a quadruple hitter in the Aloha Stadium.
Well, you see Harold Tanaka right over there, pretty happy with the way things are working out.
And you see number 44, Paul Laga, going off the right side for a pickup of short yardage, making it about third down and 5 yards to go for pay dirt.
Here's a Jiffy Lube replay. You'll see the handoff flow to the right side. One missed tackle, and that will be 79, who I believe is Manga. Check, that's Tagupa making the tackle for the Monarchs. Spot the ball just inside the 5, where it is, what, third and 5, 3rd and goal.
It'll be 3rd and goal for the Governors, and you see Saw under center, and he just takes it, hands it off, and I believe he had already crossed the goal line. However, we'll wait on that one, and I believe it might be
a safety because the ref was giving a signal.
We'll wait and see how.
Official was making a signal going off out of bounds, the far end zone. That would give the ball to Damien, I believe. Touchback. Well, we see all the officials gathered together. This will definitely benefit Damien no matter what happens. We thought there was going to be a Farrington player fall on it on the back of the end zone, which would have been an easy touchdown for him.
After conference on the field, play on the field, touchdown.
They say that he crossed the goal line, I guess.
I thought that's what happened because when I looked up, I saw the man had just crossed, as we'll see the replay.
Let's check it on the Dietrich Insurance replay. Is he across the line? Where's the stripe? There. Oh, his foot was across. He was probably across.
Well, what we've got
now, the folks are yelling at the Jumbotron, the Damien folks.
As as the replay showed, it's the position of the ball, not necessarily the position of his foot.
Right.
Is that what was count?
Does the ball cross the plane?
The ball could have been across first and then his foot, and that's where I believe it started right there, Chip.
And that's Adrian Valoria making his extra point again, number 85. He's the kicker for Farrington. He'll also kick off. Gilbert Saw, number 4. That raises it to 40-7. Fourth quarter, 10:22 in the fourth. There's the scoreboard. 10:22 in the fourth quarter. First game of 4. The Father Bray Iolani Classic. Damien trailing Farrington 40-7. What do you say to your troops on the Damien sideline, Mike Bradshaw?
Well, what I'd have to say to him is, you guys, you're playing a good game. Don't get your, don't let your guards down. Keep your, keep your spirits up. By all means, keep hydrated, and let's just go out there and play a good game.
Good point.
Yeah, and don't try not to get injured. But like I said, don't let your guards down, and try and work on controlling the ball instead of the fumbles.
Look for the man on the near side, on the left side of the screen, number 1, Billy Sullivan, as Valoria tees it up. Sullivan will be on the near side. If he gets the ball, he'll provide some kind of excitement. He'll put it up in the air instead to the far side.
And there he is, number 6, taking the ball. And now it's Shea Andres. And he brings it back up to just shy of the 30-yard line, make it the 29-yard line of the Damien Monarchs. It'll be 1st and 10. Damien with 10 minutes and 16 seconds.
There's Andres on the reception, goes to his left, finds a little bit of room, and then is hauled down. Give that to number 88. That is Hawaii Mika. We've heard of him all afternoon.
And we have a quarterback change. That's Mr. Benavidez. And you see Sullivan heading off, taking the handoff, going out to the right for a pickup of 4 yards, making it 2nd down and 6 yards to go on the Governor's 32-yard line.
The Tanioka's replay will show Sullivan pretty much getting his own way. Slants to the right, wide open spaces. I thought he was going to go a little bit further than that. He's the workhorse. You're going to be hearing a lot from him this ILH season. 5'6", 160-pound senior, number 1.
If he can stay healthy, that looks like their number 1 back right there. And again, a handoff, and
great reaction time, though.
It was great reaction time on Andre's side right there. He had got the handoff from Benavidez, and he fumbled the ball and picked it back up again.
The Seafood Village replay will show the inside handoff, but Andres never has possession of it. Could be a quarterback snafu. One thing that's come out during this game, after he picks it up alertly and keeps on going, is that there's a lot of problem. There has been problems with the quarterback, with the center quarterback exchange, no matter who the quarterback is for Damien.
Well, you got to look at who's in the middle of the line there and who's the intimidating factor. Big number 77. And as we see, that was the most beautiful catch by number 2, T.C. Buffett. Good enough for a Damien first down.
Spot the ball on about the 43-yard line. So the Monarchs, with an uncharacteristic first down, 6 first downs in the game. Seafood replay. What a great catch.
That was a beautiful catch, Chip. And again, as we see Benavidez, taking a shotgun, drops back and fires out to a wide open number 19, Jared Chun. And it looks like Jared Chun is down on that one. It looks like he's holding his knee.
Damien coached the Seafood Village replay. You'll see the pass play here from Benavidez to Chun. Chun, once again, a 3-year starter at wide receiver. He wasn't hit by anybody. He must have landed funny on his knee. That's it. Not turf toe, but turf knee. Give Chris Bichot, the Damien coach, credit. This is the 3rd Damien quarterback in the game. And I guess what they're doing is they're still feeling their way and feeling what's going on, which guy is going to carry us through the season. Well,
basically, Chip, it's just like, they have the preseason, for the pro sports,
right,
the football, as well as college. And there we see him coming off the field, Jared Chun.
6 foot, 155 pounds with 8:28 in the game. Damien, as you see the scoreboard, trails 40-7, or you can put it this way, Farrington leads 40-7.
And as we see, the scoreboard there, it was 8 minutes and 28 seconds in the 4th quarter here. As we see Jared Chun, hopping off the field. And I think we'll take a little time to see him trot off the field there. And we see Benavidez under center there, as he rolls out to the right, and a handoff to number 1, Billy Sullivan. And Billy Sullivan just keeps going, and he gets enough. He gets 11 yards, enough for a first down, I do believe, on that one, Chip.
Billy Sullivan is worth the price of admission. The thing you have to ask yourself, he's only 5'6", 160. Let's hope he's durable as we watch the Price Busters replay. He'll take it and sweep left. There he is after the handoff. Will he be durable for the rest of the ILH season? They're going to him at least 1 or 2 plays per series.
And as we saw on that one, too, who was chasing the quarterback on that one? None other than Lawrence Wilson. And a handoff straight up the middle to Sullivan, and he goes nowhere. In fact, he loses a yard on that one.
Sullivan's forte, or fort, so to speak, is the outside. Once he gets outside, once he can get a little steam going, in there, nothing. Credit the Governors with a good defensive stop. Spot the ball on the Midas replay right outside the 30. Here's Sullivan going right side. And it looks like Wilson fights off the block. That is Wilson, and Wilson says, "You're not going anywhere."
And again, Benavidez under the center. It drops back and fires the ball out to the right. And there the ball is picked off by the Governors, number 99. That's Jay Wong Napihai.
He's listed as a linebacker wearing number 99. Back in coverage. Pass was not quite as strong as it could be as we look for the Joy of Cola Pepsi replay. You'll see Wong Napiahi stepping in front of the ball at the last second, actually just reaching over. Well, he's listed at 5'7". I don't believe that. He looks like he's taller than that.
Well, on the field there, they do look a little bit bigger with the pads on and everything else. Put the pads on, they grow 4 inches. And we see a new quarterback in the game for Farrington. That's Warren Gaspar. He was the receiver, and he tosses the ball out to the right side of the Farrington Governors. The number 26, that's Frederick Dona. He gains 5 yards. Second down, 5 yards to go.
And the no Joy of Foods replay, right side, working that Monarch left side. It's number 45, Tuisi Maunga, 6 foot, 185 pounds on the stop again. You've heard him all afternoon.
And again, Warren Gasper under center and single setback. And handoff straight up the middle again to number 26 for the Farrington Governors, Dona. Looks like he's catching a few more snaps there.
Well, what they're doing now with a 40-7 lead, 6:22 in the game, Farrington just staying on the ground. They'll test their new quarterbacks or other people at quarterback. They'll test other running backs as well. And let the clock run out. They have a comfortable lead. There's no reason to throw it anymore. How does our running game work off the double slot?
And as we see, approaching 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter of the first game of the Father Bray Classic, as we see Gasper in a shotgun formation, we have trip set to the far side, single set to the near side, and we have offsides by Damien.
Well, that's a good sign. They're trailing by 33 points, and maybe the defense wanting to be too aggressive. That's a good sign.
Well, that is a good sign, but there's one
encroachment on the defense. 5 yards, repeat third down.
The one thing that we have to say is that anticipation is good. However, there's a little bit to being too much.
Chris Bichot's Damien coach's first game, an inauspicious start. We hope that there are many more games with him or he at the helm for the Monarchs. A lot to be learned in this first game. It's been said around the press box that Damien looks like they're playing better, crisper. Give him some credit. Two famous names over there is Bichot and David.
Encroachment on the defense. 5 yards, first down.
Bichot's got David Mayab. That's an offside. Spot the ball 1st and 10 on the 35. Move the chains.
And again, Damien is shooting themselves in the foot with the penalties and the fumbles. And as we see Gasper under center there, single setback trips to the near side, single set to the, and a handoff up the middle. Number 44, that's Paul Laga. Short gain of 1 yard, maybe 2, bringing second down and 8 yards to go with 5 minutes and 15 seconds left in this, the fourth quarter of the game.
And we see number 99, John Aquino, 6 foot 220 junior, making that stop for the Monarchs.
As we see Farrington come out of the huddle, and all of a sudden they say, oh, wait, we got something else to say here. And so they go back into huddle. Now they're back up on the line. Gasper's under center again, trips to the near side, single set to the far side, single setback. And a handoff, and goes nowhere.
That's Aquino again, or Aquino, number 99.
And the man that you were just talking about, Chip.
Junior, 6 foot 220. Once again, too, you don't, on this particular offensive set, it's an offense that's set up for passing. We look for the No Foods of Hawaii replay. So therefore, sometimes it's easier to diagnose the running play since there's only a single setback. Aquino fighting off that block and making the stop in the backfield.
And this time we have just the opposite, trips to the far side, single set to the near side, and a pass, and good, football sense there. Number 56 for the Damien Governors, that's
Ashton Saifoloi. 6 foot, 205 pounds. As we watch the Hawaiian Airlines replay, he'll jump and get his hands up there. Slow it down. Well, he was the man that deflected it.
And here's the kick by number 85 for the Farrington Governors. And a beautiful kick, takes a Farrington bounce.
Oh,
Number 6 for the, I take that back, number 5 for the Farrington Governors. That's Chad.
That was a penalty.
Nobles.
Though. Billy Sullivan, number 1, was the guy trying to field it.
And on that one there, I believe it was a Nunar that picked that ball up.
When you're back to receive that, You want to try to do something exciting, and he just didn't get the handle on the ball. Otherwise, he was going to let it go down and be trapped inside the 10, inside the 5, so he thought he could produce something. Instead, he could not get a handle. The ball goes over to Farrington with the penalty. That's what the officials are doing right now. Coach Tanaka saying, let's see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here as they chat things over with Gasper. I mean, like you said, on a kick like that,
With a loose ball foul on the receiving team, clipping. That penalty is declined. First out.
Okay. A clipping foul. Hawaiian Airlines replay. We'll see Billy Sullivan struggling with it. Actually deciding what should I do. It looks like the ball bounced into his hands.
Ball, first out.
There's a clip from somebody that we will not see. We do not see the clip on this, but the ball will go to the Monarchs. So they will take over, moving left to right.
And a frustrated Damien coach saying, guys, when you have the ball back that far on a punt like that, get away from it. That's been taught from day one. Stay away from the ball when it's that deep.
You know, it's amazing. Even the pros make those mistakes, though. You think, oh, let me see if we can do something exciting. Get them out of the hole.
Yeah, the only bad part about this one here, Chip, is that the pros, they get paid some big bucks for it.
Right.
And we have 3 minutes and 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter. First down is on the 7-yard line for the Farrington Governors, and we have a Farrington timeout.
Looks like a late substitution. They were forced to call a timeout. 3:53, 40-7. It's hot. First game of a quadruple header for the Father Bray Iolani Classic. See the Farrington huddle right there. They got that commanding lead.
And coming up in the next game, we will have Kaimoki against Hilo. And that should be an interesting setup. As we see some of the crowd there, and with the Damien Monarchs on the sidelines right there getting their instructions from the coaches. And again, they're telling them, guys, yeah, we made a mistake. This is preseason. Let's get the bugs worked out now, go into the season, and really go for it there.
They used 3 quarterbacks in this game, so they're still experimenting. They're still looking.
And again, as we see down here on the field, we see right there in the picture, we see Warren Gasper. He's in a shotgun formation with number 26 at his side. That's Frederick Dona taking the ball, and there he goes, headed right up the middle for a very short gain of 2 yards, making it second down and 5 yards.
That's Daniel Chavez, number 10, 5'7", 160 pounds on the Royal Adventure Travel replay. Chavez on the tackle for Damien, saving a touchdown. Right there, nice hit.
That was a very nice hit, and that was a good run, and that looked like a quarterback keeper the entire way, Chip. And as we see Gasper under center with a single setback, trips to the left, to the right, and handoff up the middle, and we have a touchdown by number 25, Fritz Bolo.
You know what's amazing, Mike? Farrington kept the ball on the ground, helped out by that fumble the whole drive, if you could call it a drive, without a pass. They were trying one pass that was deflected. Kept it on the ground and still scored.
And here it is, 46-7. Farrington Governors with 3 minutes and 9 seconds in the fourth quarter. And as we see
Villanueva.
As we see Valoria
put
it through the uprights. Good. Making it 47 for the Farrington Governors and 7 points for the Damien Monarchs. And there's the man right there, Chip, that kicked that extra point.
Here comes the Mountain Dew touchdown replay right over the center. Right side. 2 missed tackles, it appears to be.
And it looked like some poor tackling on that one. They just get their mindset is saying, it's hot down here. I'll make an attempt, and we'll just see if the man gets it. And we have 3 minutes and 9 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. And as we see the scoreboard right there, the Monarchs with 7 points coming in the second quarter, and the Governors thus scoring in every quarter so far.
You know what's amazing is you can see the Monarchs with 10 first down, the Govs with 16. That's not a great disparity.
No, it's not, Chip. And they, it's showing that the Monarchs can move the ball. It's just they've shot themselves in the foot with all the fumbles and the penalties.
There's Valoria setting up again, and here's Billy Sullivan again.
And Billy Sullivan getting the ball, and he's heading straight up the gut right there, and he's just scooting right up the middle, and he's stumbling and bumbling all the way up past the 46-yard line of the Damien Monarchs.
I really like him. Not gun shy at all, go for the ball, and he pulls him to about the 47-yard line as we look for the replay, the all-sport replay. He'll find get behind the wedge in the center of the field, go left, and he's got a return of about 25 yards. He's the bread and butter guy. He'll bring up a first down.
And I got a little analogy after this play. As we see the quarterback drop off, and he hits again. Number 6 for the Damien Monarchs, Shea Andres. He hits him out over the middle, and it brings it 1st and 10. Damien Monarchs. And on that last one,
there's the
all-sport
replay. Little slant into the left side. Good for 5 or 6 yards. Andres on the catch.
Benavidez under center. Takes 5-step drop over the middle and wide open to a Farrington Governor. And on the pick that time is number 37. And that was Bradley Torqueta.
It looked like, the replay all sport now. 2nd and 1 on this play. Miscommunication somewhere because there's no Damien receiver back there. There's not a Damien receiver for a few yards. Torqueta looks like he's wide open spaces and even adds 10 to 15 yards after the catch to add insult to injury. So everything going Farrington's way in this half, in the whole game actually.
And like I said, Damien has the first down yardage. They've done good. However, they just shot themselves in the foot. And as we have a delay of game penalty going against the Farrington Governors, Chip. And like I was saying on that one analogy that I had, so far as
still first down.
I'll call a legal procedure on the Governors. Time ticking down, 49 seconds to go. So we're right at the end of the game.
And Billy Sullivan for the Damien Monarchs, that guy is nothing but dynamite coming in a small package. And as we see Warren Gasper under center. He takes a handoff, gives the handoff to number 5. That's Anunar.
Lamone Anunar. 3rd running back so far in this half for Farrington. There he is right there.
And we're coming up on 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter, Chip. And it looks like, unless they have a miraculous step back in time, that Farrington Governors are going to come away with a win. 3-2-1. And ladies and gentlemen, that ends the first game of the quadruple hitter here in Aloha Stadium. The Farrington Governors 47, the Damien Monarchs 7. And me, Mike Bradshaw, along with my partner, Chip Davies. This is today's Hawaii High School football game is a presentation of the Aloha Stadium Stars Television Sports.